Shalom, assalamu alaikum, my friends. Now, I want to try to reiterate something that happened, about 4 years ago with the voting fraud that took place in America. And the people that actually helped commit the voter fraud are the same people, the sons of Belial, and this mind frame of foul hip hop music and all this stuff. Now, remember, we're not talking about a race. I'm talking about your spirit, the spirit of this people, the spirit of these type of things, okay? So we're going to dive into this video, and I want everyone to be aware because now, mind you, I have a family, right? And the one that's my biological, we were born in the ghetto, basically Vine Street. I was born on Vine Street, Cincinnati, Ohio. It's ghetto. We were in a group of people mingled with every other ghetto fuck that's in Cincinnati, right, in that area. But I want everyone to understand that this is where I stem from, my own damn self. And then I was adopted, so then therefore I have the other understanding of the rich and powerful, how they act. But all together, what this video I'm going to make is about is understand that there's this hip hop mind frame. There's just this ghetto bullshit that everybody that's in the ghetto is gonna understand exactly what I'm saying. Every person who is in this hip hop world type thing is going to understand what I'm saying. It's just that nobody calls them out on it. And it's time that we all start calling them out on it. All right, so let's dive into this right here. It's the special counsel focused on the Georgia and election interference probe. And of course, it's by MSNBC 2 days ago. But let's watch and listen.
Ms. Moss, how has this experience of being targeted by the former president and his allies affected your life?
It's turned my life upside down. I no longer give out my business card. I don't transfer calls. I don't want anyone knowing my name.
Stop right there. That's fake ghetto acting. I no longer won't give out my business cards. And it's an attitude. You ever understand that? I know African women who don't whine and cry like a bullshit ghetto actor. Fact. And all emotions are all the same. Understand that? The characteristics of a human being's emotion is all the same. Why do you think there's a such thing called body language? If people's emotions and character of themselves were not the same when it comes to this, you could not create the thing called body language whatsoever. It would not work at all. But even the best of our services have people who are trained in just that, body language. Therefore, it tells you that, yes, there is pretend, fake-ass bullshitters. That's one of them. Big-time ghetto bullshit. And they all have the same tone. The same tone, the same... It's a spirit, man. It's like in the hip-hop world. What's up, man? Hey, man, how you doing? Hey, man, what's up? You know, like Fonzie. Hey. It's all this acting spirit thing because of its outward. Now, it's not a spirit like jinn, like we're talking about hocus pocus Hollywood shit. No, it's a manipulation of the constant bombardment of certain alpha beta waves that have words that are in them and actions through performing of the words. So, slap me a high five on the inside, my man. Speaking jive language back in the 70s. What's up? You know, all of these things create personalities. Like, you can go back into the world. You got the what do they call the hippies? You got Generation X, all these generations they're having up now, right? And then before all that, you have other ones. And all of these things created personalities and characters of people. Where did they come from? That's right, Hollywood, entertainment, and music. And these guys would perform the craft, and in the performing of the craft, they bring to life this ignorant, foul spirit. Because when you're being bombarded in your brain, the images that you had seen of what they were doing This goes into your brain, right? So when you want to do it, that image becomes a memory pattern into your brain, and the outwardness of it is actioned and performed by the flesh through the mechanism of the brain. Do you understand what I'm saying, Dr. Man? So all these clowns that go around with their psychiatric stuff and all this shit, I can dive real deep into all of these things because I was in it. I was part of all that. God woke me up. He said, Achim! Boom! Oh, what? What? Speak. I hear you. Speak. Right? You understand now? So in all of these images and all these things, these are what bombards in the human mind. And the human functions and performs like this. And you have to make sure that in the performance of your action, it is the same as the other people that are performing it. Otherwise, it wouldn't make sense. So like remember back in the day. Remember that? Where'd that come from? Oh, wasn't that like on a commercial? Back to the Future? Remember that guy? And he's standing by the machine? So all these things are part of a thing. So the next time you're going to do it, your emotion or your attitude is part of whatever it is that you're performing. It might not be the Coke machine, but it is the something that you like or you are pressing forward to. And once you have attained that, you're excited and woo! Or even that woo! All of these things are part of the characteristics of, and the only reason that you're performing them in the human being flesh is because of the action that you've been seeing. Imagine no TV, no radio. No TV, no radio. What would the world look like in the mind frame? Think about that for a minute. If you really want to know, I can explain it. Those people without radio and TV are actually being themselves of who they are, except for, let's say, in their community. Let's say in their community they have a, like, you know, you're sitting in class, you got the class clown. How does the class clown act? How do you know that that's the way the class clown acts? How's a smart person? What's their like? What are they like? How's the smart? What's a sports guy? Do you understand? So even without radio or TV, you still had this in the classroom, but it was more tightly knitted within community. Once they create technology, it can flood the whole world. And if they decide they want to promote a certain concept or ideology or characteristic of some human being to try to mold the rest of the people into them, they promote it. Therefore, we have the understanding of what a ghetto fake ass motherfucker
I don't want to go anywhere with my mom because she might yell my name out over the grocery aisle or something. I don't go to the grocery store at all.
You a liar.
Anywhere.
You a lie, man. You a lie. But
that was
and this is what the African, when an African watching, they pray, you a lie. You a lie. You a straight fucking lie, bitch. Because that's like in the ghetto, when someone acts like that, we look at them acting like that, we would say, that girl, that's another thing. That girl's straight fucking lie. You a lie, man. Get out of here. Go act somewhere else. People who are not aware of that hip-hop kind of thing would watch this and think that lady is actually saddened. And they think that's how people act because they're not accustomed to. It's the same way of someone who's never been around country people, cowboys. You understand what I'm trying to explain to you? It's the same as how do you know if you're in the country, the cowboys, right? You're in that mind frame. You're wearing your cowboy hat, and your cowboy boots, and all the other stuff, and you think you're a cowboy, but really you live in the city. But you think you're a cowboy. What does those people act like? How is their character and their attitude? What's the body language when someone puts on this persona? What is the mainstream action? You could tell this with even preachers, like I tried to explain to you. Preachers all have their, in the name of Jesus, hallelujah, everybody, ladies and gentlemen, the devil's in the house tonight. He gonna get you. He gonna get you. I'm just saying, this is, everybody, I mean, we got to wake up to this. If these motherfucking retards are actually playing shit like this as being fucking news, you are right away, these people need to be fired. They actually need to be arrested because it's a forced thing. It's a psychological thing. It's a psychological warfare that they know that they're performing. And people in society, you should be awake and understand that this is a psychological thing that they're doing. And we are not going to allow it to happen in the assembly of the fucking people. And we need to shut down any news organization that's doing this type of shit. Shut down any company, corporation, blah, 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 that's doing this shit immediately, and charge them all with a crime. It's the same way, like, you know, why'd you go and hang Saddam Hussein? What did he do? So he physically started shooting people. He physically were hanging people. But you're doing it in a psychological way. You ain't no fucking different than Saddam Hussein. And Americans, you better wake up to that understanding. Evil is evil. There is no degree to it. Yet this is the way that they're trying to manipulate your mind to make you think, look, that guy with a gun, he's real bad. But the guy with the microphone's not. You're both equal motherfucking devils. Both of you need to be shut down, and they both need to be thrown in jail. Fact. And this, I would do this. Put me in at the office of President of the United States, I would get it done. Fact. Because I've had enough of it. I would get enjoyment of getting it done. I would love to beat down the evil people that are purposely doing wicked deeds to profit off of somebody or enslave another human's mind. I would just get pure joy in destroying them. But just be aware of what I'm trying to teach you guys. That this is big fake bullshit. Plus, it's coming from Adam Schiff, who's a fake-ass bullshitter himself. And of course, they're always going to bring this nonsense that these people, you know, lady, look, lady, you know you got caught cheating. They paid you money. You wanted to get that money so you could go and manipulate the vote in some fucking way. You know you fucking did. Now you're getting caught up with it. And now you're going to try to play the little ghetto fake fuck, whining and crying about your criminal activity that you did. Bullshit. You should be charged with a crime and put in jail. Any of them. It don't matter what race they are, because there was white people that was involved in the shit too. There was Mexican people involved. You just got to go look and see. You'll find out there's a diverse, they always want to use that. There was a diversity of people that were involved in this shit. Evil is evil. That's plain as day. Now do you understand what the meaning is whenever people say in the last days they were called evil good and good evil? It's not a flip-flop opposite. It's just what I'm trying to explain to you. The guy with the gun is bad, but the guy with the microphone's not. They're both doing the same thing, manipulating people and damaging, causing great damage to people to profit off of them. That's the main thing. How you learn that it's causing is are they profiting off of it? Because if you're going to do something like that for free, you know, but who's going to try to make a record or make an album that you don't make money, you don't profit, right? You understand? So whoever's manipulating the world in this way are doing it by profit, and that's how you can see the devil in the works of their ways, because they want to profit in some manner or gain a power over another person. And this goes back, like I was explaining to you, this goes back in the ancient days when the Canaanites, that's why do you think Noah said, a slave of slaves? That's how you know right there when Ham saw his father's nakedness, Ham, the nakedness that he saw of his father was his slave girl. Because when he woke up, he wouldn't have called his wife a slave. It wasn't his wife. Wife died. So the curse itself gives you more detail. Christians, wake up, man. Who's your teacher? Who's your teachers? Why are they so ignorant? You look at that story, you clearly see Noah, when he woke up from his drunkenness, he said, "Cursed be Canaan, a slave of slaves you will be forever." Now, how could you be a slave of slave if there was only Noah and his 3 sons on the boat? There had to have been something else there for him to call out directly in his language, "You're a slave of slaves." He ain't talking about his children. His children ain't slaves to him. His wife's not a slave to him. Who's this slave going to be a slave to if ever God flooded the whole earth and killed everything? Nama. Cain's great-great-granddaughter, and Tubal-Cain. Both of them. That's why they're mentioned. These people enslave each other. And it wasn't you have to understand, when I talk about this, I get real deep into this. Nama wasn't how could I say? So Nama in that child got basically booted out. That's the first seed separation. Nama is a first seed separation. That's why throughout the whole Torah, it's always declared, Jacob, oh, Jacob, don't go amongst the Canaanite to find a wife. Go into our own seed, our own kind of people, our own way. And that's throughout history. That's all down the line in the Torah. So right there tells you there was a separation even back in the day. And that's what I'm trying to explain to everybody. There's still a separation because you can see by the attitudes and the actions of people. This girl flat out is a bold-faced, lying motherfucker. It should be thrown in jail for fraud. For allowing this far-left, radical, terroristic group of Democrats in our fucking democracy, period. This socialist, communist, radical, terrorist fucking group. And I'll name them all by names if you want me to. Shalom. Assalamu alaikum.